Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on the Laura Mercier fragrances. I just purchased all 4 of them for this video, so I'm going to be letting you know what they smell like, my first impressions. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We're all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos just like this, so do check them out. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. And in the description box, I'll leave the links to where you can get these all around the world. I purchased these from Look Fantastic here in the UK, where they were discounted to I think 63, and then I have a 20% discount code LFTF Soki that you can all use, so I got 20% off as well. So links will all be down in the description box, along with of course links to my blog with detailed articles and where you can get my fragrances, Empress, Aphrodite, my super concentrated candles, all down in the description box. Cool. So Laura Mercier, they've had fragrances for a while, and obviously they're known as a makeup brand. I use the setting powder every day. I really love their setting powder, and I guess the kind of ethos of the brand is quite nude, neutral colors, quite a natural sort of clean, comforting type vibe. They're not doing like really bright colors or anything, and that's definitely the vibe I get from these 4 perfumes. So if I start off with Almond Coconut, so this is very much what I expected from these fragrances. It's kind of giving me a bit of a creme brulee type feeling. Cozy, sweet, warm, sexy. I can imagine wearing this like in an evening time, but also just around the house if you like your sweet fragrances. I actually think this Almond Coconut one is the sweetest. When something has coconut in the title, you often think it's going to be like super coconutty. I actually get the almond more than I get the coconut. It's nutty, it's warm, and for me it smells like creme brulee. These are 50 ml eau de parfums. I found that they're not particularly strong, like they're quite a cozy indoor type scent to me. I don't think that they are, even though they're using quite strong notes like almond and coconut, these aren't like really heavy perfumes. I found they lasted around 3, maybe 4 hours. They're not super heavy. Yeah, they kind of sit quite close to the skin. I definitely, for me, the vibe of these, particularly this one, is very cozy. So Almond Coconut, definitely for fans of sweet perfumes. We then have Ambre Vanille. I think this might be the best seller, maybe that and the Almond Coconut. Now this one kind of reminds me a little bit of a sweet Victoria's Secret scent, kind of like Pure Seduction, their body mist. And I think this one is my favorite. It's a lighter sweetness. Usually things that have amber in the title are quite deep, whereas this one is a quite uplifting top note. It's also much more complex than the name suggests, so it actually has an orchid note in here, which I definitely get. Sandalwood, and again it has some coconut and almond in, and it doesn't have any vanilla in. Sandalwood though is often gives you quite the feeling of vanilla. It's a very creamy wood, but it's not quite as sharp and sweet, whereas here I do get that warmth of the sandalwood. It's got a brown sugar note that brings out the sweetness in the sandalwood, and I really get the orchid. I would have included orchid in the title of this. I think this is definitely the most wearable, the safest blind buy. It's a warm floral, I describe it as. Orchid, you get in Calvin Klein Euphoria. I think if you like that, you'd like this. And it has a top note of tangerine, and I think at first you get that fresh, sweet, fruity tangerine orchid, and then the warm sandalwood comes through. In my opinion, Ambre Vanille is my favorite. I think it's the most interesting. It's probably the most feminine. These are all unisex, but I'd say this one with those floral notes is the most feminine. So we then have one just called Vanille, and this liquid is slightly more yellow. Now this one kind of smells a little bit like vanilla ice cream, and it's a little bit powdery. This one absolutely does have vanilla in. It's got vanilla orchid in as well. And I don't get any fruitiness with this at all, but it's not as sweet as the Almond Coconut, which really is like that, almost like a latte, like creme brulee scent. This one is more a typical vanilla, but it's not heavy. Sometimes very vanilla perfumes can be quite intense. This one isn't. Again, it's got that kind of light feeling to it. I think this would be nice as like a daytime vanilla perfume if you're a vanilla perfume fan. And it also has a hint of heliotrope in, which I get, which is quite warm and it's probably giving it some of the powdery, musky undertones that I get. But yeah, it's kind of like sniffing a vanilla pod, vanilla ice cream, but it's not a light sweetness. It's quite a deep, warm, cozy sweetness. And then lastly, we have Neroli du Sud. Neroli is a term for the flowers on the citrus tree, usually the bitter orange tree. And to me, this name stood out as quite different to the other three, which are all quite warm, cozy names. Neroli, I think of fresh citrus. So you really get the neroli in this. I would describe this as an aromatic fragrance. So it really reminds me of walking into a spa. It's like that Elemis smell, that Declial smell, cowshed, those type of smells. I really get the citrus. You've got a verbena note, like a lemon leaf note. You've got orange blossomy notes. And they've also put lavender in, which is what's giving it that calming, spa-like fragrance. I think this will be really nice for the evening when you want to relax, or the kind of thing you could wear to bed. But the orange actually is lifting it and giving it a bit of a sprightly feel. I really like that. I really like how sharp it is. Neroli is very lemony, but the green leaf of the neroli gives it quite a sharp, refreshing vibe. I think this will be really nice as a room fragrance, like a diffuser. So the fragrances do come in other forms. There are body oils, there's body creams, hand cream, things for the bath, I think an exfoliator. So I think you could really go to town layering these, and I do recommend layering them because they're not really super heavy. And you could definitely combine them, certainly the three sweeter ones, if you're feeling a little bit more vanilla-y, or if you find the Ambre Vanille, that floral orchid, too flowery, you could then add more of the almond coconut or add the vanille to make it sweeter. I think personally my favorite is Ambre Vanille as something I would wear like as an everyday fragrance. I think I would definitely wear Neroli Sud when I wanted those aromatic vibes, kind of like a L'Occitane feeling. The body products in this would be really like refreshing. This one definitely smells expensive. For me, the vanilla and the almond coconut are too sweet for me personally. If you like your gourmand, really sweet fragrances though, I think it would definitely be worth checking these out. And some people are looking for that sweetness from like a cream or hand cream rather than a fragrance, so I can see how that would appeal there. But for me, the prettiest is Ambre Vanille. It's definitely the most girly as well. So they retail the 50 mils at 70, but like I said, I found them 63. It looked fantastic. Then with 20% off with my code, which I'll leave below, so you can get these discounted. I think the bottles are, as someone that has my own perfume line, I know that these bottles are relatively basic. It's not a unique bottle. It's a standard, like off-the-shelf bottle with a plastic cap. I did notice that the packaging, which is really pretty, by the way, really simplistic, didn't have any plastic wrapper around it. And I actually had a question for you guys around that. Like, I think having the plastic wrap, like the shrink wrap around them, obviously shows they've not been opened or tampered with, but obviously everyone's trying to consider the environment. How do you feel about perfumes coming with the plastic wrap on? Like, does it bother you if it wouldn't have it? Do you want it, or are you not bothered? Or perhaps, so it's something I could do with my fragrances, I could stop doing the plastic wrap, or maybe just do like a little sticker to show it's not been opened. So do let me know your thoughts on that. That's something I'm thinking about at the moment. But yeah, I think these are Soki approved fragrances. They're nice. I think for the price, they're not amazing value for money, but I think the body products would be really nice. And I think if you like the same type of scents as me, then Ambre Vanille is the one I recommend. And Neroli du Sud would be really nice, like gift, sort of aromatic body product type gift. So they're Soki approved, but I'm not like super obsessed about them. So let me know, guys, if you tried any, which is your favorite. Do you have any of the other body products? Let me know in the comments. I do read all your comments. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching. Do give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.